feel like you're stuck in your spiritual journey, you want to grow closer to God this year, I'll be sharing some tips on how we can grow spiritually this year. So stay tuned. Hi there. Welcome to Kingdom Living with Wendii. I'm Wendii, and in this channel we share about faith, finance, relationships, and personal growth. If that's something you're interested in, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Today I'll be sharing some tips on how we can grow spiritually this year and become closer to God this year. And the first tip I'll be sharing is obviously something we all know, which is Bible study and prayer. That is something we know we should do, but we struggle in doing it. So today I'm going to make it quite simple for us to do. If you struggle with daily Bible study and daily prayer, the best way I think you should go about it is joining a platform. So you can join different platforms like PPC with Apostle Femi Lazarus, NSPPD with Pastor Jerry Eze. There are different prayer platforms you can join. Maybe your church hosts a daily prayer platform. That is something you can also join and be intentional about it, because you cannot form a habit if you're not intentional about it. So be intentional about it and do it consistently. Then for the Bible study, the easiest way to go about Bible study is starting a Bible plan. Start a Bible plan. There are apps that you can use. The one I know of is YouVersion. So you can use YouVersion to do a Bible plan. There are different Bible plans on different subjects, whether it's love, hope, faith, all those depression, all those topics. Or if you just want to read the Bible plan in a year, there are Bible plans for that. Like I'm currently on a 1-year Bible plan where I'm reading about how the whole Bible leads to Jesus. It is done by Bible Project, and it has been a phenomenal journey. It has been amazing. I've seen different things I did not know about before, and I'm even excited to see what I'm going to learn going down. So that's something you can do to grow spiritually. Number 2 way to grow spiritually is by serving in your church or in your community. So I know sometimes we're all like, oh, I'm shy, I cannot do this. Like me, I'm a very introverted person, but I have decided that this year I'm going to serve like I've never served before. I'm going to be involved in everything that my church does, so that I can serve. And I'm not just doing it for all other people to say, oh, like she's a good Christian girl, or wife material, she's serving in church. None of that. But it is my personal journey, because I want to be closer to God. So, and to be closer to somebody, you have to serve. That's why people have masters and they do apprenticeship, so they can learn. I want to learn more from God and learn more about God. So I have to be closer to Him to be able to learn. So that's the same way. Serve in your church. You can serve in choir. You can serve in welfare department, in ushering. Different department for you to serve. Don't be like, oh, one department is better than the other, because no, God is in everything. God is everywhere. In everything that concerns the church, God is there. So just choose where you want to be and be there faithfully and serve faithfully. People might not see what you're doing immediately, but God is seeing it, and He is a rewarder of those who diligently seek Him. Number 3 is surrounding yourself with godly community. So pick, there's this saying that if you show me your friends, I will tell you who you are. So your friends determine who you be in life. So make sure that when you are choosing friends, you are choosing people who are actually going to help you. You are both going, because it cannot be a parasitic relationship. It has to be a symbiotic relationship where you are both helping each other grow. So choose people that you are actually helping grow and become who they are meant to be in Christ. So, and you can go to develop a relationship. You can go on picnics. You can go on Bible walks, prayer walks. You can play games like Pick It Up and Preach, Bible charades. There are different things that you can do as a Christian community to make learning about Jesus and fellowshipping more interesting. So get yourself godly friendships. Get yourself surrounded by people who are also interested in God and who want to grow more and more in Christ. The Fourth way I'll be sharing is through fasting, and obviously fasting goes along with prayer and also seeking God's will. Because sometimes when we are praying, we don't really know how to pray, so we tend to pray amiss. And when we see that our prayers are not answered, we'll be like, "Oh, God has forgotten about me. God has forsaken me." But that's just because we're not praying in line with God's will. So when you are fasting, fast and ensure that you are fasting the right way, because there's the wrong way to fast. So ensure you are fasting the right way. Ensure that you are seeking God's will. You are asking God what is it that He wants to happen, not just you coming with your request and pushing it to God like, "Oh God, this is what I want to happen. This is what I want you to do in this way." The way God might want to do something for us and in our life is probably different from the way we imagine. But in the end, all glory will still go to God. So fast and seek God's will actively. Let His will be done, not yours. The last point I'll be sharing is trust God. Always trust God. Even when you hear Him, when you don't hear Him, when the situation is good, when the situation is bad, when everything looks like it's not going well, still trust in God. God is there in the process, always there in everything. So there's this analogy I like for such a situation. So I can't remember who said it, but I know it's one of the pastors. I don't know if it's Apostle Femi Lazarus, but one of the pastors I listened to said it, and he was like, during normal classes, the teacher is always there teaching you. When you ask a question, he answers you. But during exam, the teacher will not answer you when you ask him a question. So that is the same way. In normal life, there are days when we'll ask God something and He will answer us immediately. We'll ask him, "Oh God, please, I need help with this. I need so amount of money." And the next thing we'll see somebody that will be like, "Oh, I just felt like I should send you this amount of money." There are days like that, but there are also days that you ask God for, so it might be something little and you will wait a long time. That's what we mostly call the waiting period or the wilderness period. So in such situation, we should know what God said before still stands. So we should always trust in His word, trust in His promises, that He has not left us, He has not forsaken us. He's still there with us in every situation. So we should trust in Him completely. And when He gives us instruction, we should obey. Because delayed obedience is not obedience. Partial obedience is not obedience. So we should fully obey His word. Which of these tips do you struggle with? Are there tips that you want us to know about different from what I've spoken? Please share it in the comments so that we can all see and others can also learn from it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification so that you can always be alerted when I post a new video. So stay tuned for the next video. Bye.